Okay, cool. So I think we are streaming live at the moment. So what we're going to be doing today is talking about context switching. So if you look at our course we've been going over, if we go to the classroom, we're actually on the second. So this is the we want to look at the mindset course. So for everyone on TikTok, I'm actually doing this on YouTube Live, so you'll be able to see all the YouTube Live stuff. We're actually on the second section, so let me just bring that out. Yeah, we're on the second section, sort of the motivation and momentum engineering part of that. So first lesson of the second section, I'm actually really excited for it. So let's get straight into it. Context switching equals productivity killer. I think that makes a lot of sense. It makes lots of sense, and you'll see sort of why in these slides. So, okay, let's go over the core idea, right? Let's go over the core idea. So, what happens when you context switch? I will get rid of that. So, what happens when you context switch is that you reset your brain, essentially. So, for example, imagine you're doing some deep work and you check your phone. You were in the deep work and then you checked your phone, and so you sort of come out of the deep work, and so that is what I mean by resetting the brain. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so what is the hidden costs of context switching? Because I definitely want to tell you that context switching is not free. It's not free. It comes at some cost. So there's a cognitive tax, and what it is, just a hint, it doesn't say in the slides, but the tax is that you sort of have to restart whatever you were doing. So you build momentum, and the thing is, you lose momentum. You lose momentum when you context switch. So let's move to the next one. Okay, so examples of context switching. So actually, you can think of any types of context switching in the chat if you're here. Put something in the chat, like give me examples of context switching. But I've come up with some here in the slides. So I'll give you a scenario. So maybe you're doing coding, deep coding work, right? Oh, cool. Hello, hi, Luke. Hi, nice to see you. Yes, so you're deep work and you're coding, and then you check your email. So you've context switched from your coding to your email. Appreciate said hi, thank you very much. And then you go from email to Slack, and then you go back to coding. So what you've done is you've done 3 context switches, right? That's bad. So you're in the deep work, and then you immediately destroy it with Slack. And then maybe you're writing some email, right? And so you've just hijacked your coding. You've just completely hijacked your deep work in coding. Then you start writing the email, and then you get some Slack notification appear. But maybe it was like a client email, and then you look at the Slack notification. And what you have to do is you have to come back. You have to come back once you've checked the Slack notification to the email or the coding. And now when you context switch, right? When you pull out your phone and then you look at the Slack notification, it's never that you are picking up your momentum. You're always resetting it to 0. So that's what I said in the previous slide. It's a reset. It's a reset of the task. So that is, someone says I speak very fast. Well, thank you. I'm trying to get as much information to you as possible. Yeah, but key takeaways: you never go back to 0. You do go back to 0. You don't go back to the momentum you gained from doing the deep work task if you context switch. So in this course, I've been rambling on about deep work, right? But the easiest way to kill deep work is to context switch. Okay, so here I've listed a few examples of context switching in the slides. If you're on TikTok, I have the slides on YouTube. It's being streamed on YouTube Live as well. But for now, if you are on TikTok, I will just explain the slides. So in the comments, I'm gonna leave it for 5 seconds. Does anyone have examples of possible context switches? Right? Any examples of context switches? Like a email notification, Slack notification. What do you get distracted by? I'm gonna give it 5, 4. Oh, that's good coffee. That's really good coffee. 3, 2, 1. Okay, excellent. We're going to move on to the next slide. So, this is my personal experience. It's not scientific evidence. I actually tried to find some scientific evidence about it. I didn't really find like anything I can say concretely about it, but this is my personal experience. I liken multitasking to a reduction in like 10 or 15 points in my IQ. It's not science. This is like the bro science version of it. But this is just my personal anecdotal experience. So, what does that translate to? I find it's like losing sleep at night, or you're mildly intoxicated. So let me paint the picture. So you're deep work, you're deep focusing, and then you get an email notification or whatever, and then you get distracted. You get distracted from your deep work, and so I really believe that is the same as like being slightly intoxicated, because like when you're intoxicated and you're coding, the work suffers. The work suffers anyway. The work suffers, and when you context switch, the work suffers. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing. I know a little bit of extreme example, but that's, I guess, how I see it. Oh, cool. So people are saying hello, hello, hello. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, and I appreciate the likes. Really enjoy the support. I hope you're all getting value from this. If you do like this is going to be part of the mindset course I'm going to release on my school. So I'll just show you guys what that is. It's just a course here. This is the School Community Coder Trader. And if you're interested in it, I have a thing like courses, right? And about coding and technical stuff where it's not just it's just you're not just like focused on the like nitty gritty of coding. You're actually focused on unlocking the mind, right? Because I feel no coding teacher, no math tutor or whatever talks about like fixing the mental stuff here, and that is something I think is very important to address that no one is addressing. Anyway, back to the slides. Let's get back to it. So here, I always love building these little algorithm-like things in this slide here. So you're in a deep complex function, and I call the function like I don't know. Deep, what do I call it? Complex algorithm. You're building a mental models. Like, okay, you're building mental models. So that's the deep work. And you get ping notification, ping, ping, ping. Your phone goes off, and then yeah. So and then here, this comment right here, it says mental model cleared. So that's the reset. That's the reset of the deep work and the momentum. I appreciate the likes. Oh, I'm not smart enough for that. Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. I did a live stream about like getting all those negative demons out. So just real like, let's do a little like pivot, right? So your comment was I'm not smart enough. Okay, that's fine. So I wanna teach you something cool. You do like little mental jujitsu. I call it the reframe. The reframe. So you can use words like I'm not smart enough yet, or maybe even like narrow it down. I'm not smart enough to do this specific task yet, or maybe you can jujitsu it again and reframe it and be like, oh, this task is a little bit difficult, but I don't have the experience, but after working really hard, I'm positive I can get to it. So yeah, jujitsu reframe that thing. The framework, the anchor was pause, observe, reframe, right? So pause, and then observe what you're saying, and then jujitsu that fucking thing, and like, reframe it. Okay, anyway, moving on to the next slide. But yeah, I appreciate all the comments. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay, so the real cost. So 15 minutes to fully reload after context switching. So what that means is you're doing some deep work, and then you context switch, you check an email notification, right? Whatever happens next, the next 15 minutes is you just going to be spent getting back to that. No problem. My pleasure. I'm glad it was helpful. That next 15 minutes is you just going to be trying to get back into that momentum. So if you've ever read the book called Deep Work, I believe Cal Newport, he terms this, he didn't term it. He found someone in a research paper, right? He called this attention residue. So you have attention residue from the task you're doing. So I actually really like that term. So you're coding, you check your email, then you have a attention residue from the email. So you have to sort of let that dissipate while you get back into the deep work of coding or math or any technical type of stuff. Cool. So that's that. Anyway, let me read the comments. Gee, you woke me up early. Yes, I love... no, actually, I hate waking up early. I hate waking up early, but sometimes I just have a few things on today, so I had to do this. It is 7:30 a.m. in Australia. That's where I am. Yeah, and it is rainy in Melbourne. I wish I was that smart. Oh, don't... What do you mean? No. You are that smart. What are you talking about? Don't say that. You are that smart. You are that smart. Okay. Okay. Key takeaways. So what I always like to do is I always like to give you the key takeaway before I present the detailed information. Like when you write a research paper, you tell the abstract, so you at least have something in your mind to churn over. You have something in your mind to churn over. So, thanks for the comments. I want to code too, but I hate maths. Oh, you don't really need that much math to code, to be honest. If you're interested, hey, I've got a school community. If you want to start like learning code and stuff like that, I'm gonna put a little description. It is free to join. There are like premium courses and stuff like that, but it's like the entry level is free, so you're most welcome to check that out. Yeah. If you join, send me a DM and I can give you some bonus stuff because you're just commenting. You're giving me comments. I love it. Okay, so I put that in the description there for you. Hope you like that. So let's get back to the slides. So multitasking lowers IQ temporary. So that's just, it's not science, but that's my personal anecdotal thing, I think. Use single task focus blocks, right? So it's just time blocking. Just block your focus. Just block your focus and do what you need to do. You just block it out. Just block it out. Okay, and then designate specific time slots for coding and admin. So again, that's sort of the is there a school for it? Yeah, like my whole stuff is like on school with a K. It's all on school. And that link will get you there. So anyway, yes, coding deep work blocks, and then also have admin blocks. You don't want to be doing them at the same time. You're doing them at the same time. I'm just remembering there's a thing, if you haven't I haven't sleeping in my time slot soon. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Yeah, sleep is very important. Yes, absolutely. Oh my gosh. Sometimes yes, sleep. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so here is here's an example of like a bit of time blocking. So, you wake, I don't know, like you start work at like 9 and then just leave like the morning to do work, right? You deep work only, just do the deep work, 2 hours, knock it over. And then once you've done with that block, you can check your emails and messages, and then you just block that out. And what you do after that is you make another deep work block. And then in these specified blocks, only do what you need to do. Okay, cool. Oh man, thank you. I'm actually trying. This is the business I'm trying to set up. I come from the finance and coding world, but I'm trying to help people set this up for everyone, like unlock the coding potential. So that's what I'm doing. So so one task per block, fair enough, and don't context switch within those blocks, right? So you do the deep work block, and that's what you do in that block. Then you do the emailing block, but don't do deep work in the emailing block, because you'll just feel bad that you're not doing deep work because you're actually doing shallow work because you're in an email block, if that makes sense. Does that make sense for everyone? Cool. Okay. I'm gonna just, okay, does anyone have any questions about anything? I'll go to the next slide, but I'll give everyone like 5 seconds if they want to answer anything at all. I'll give it 5, 4, 3, 2, What? I used to do. Okay, so here's a question. I used to do chores in increments, but I found that myself because I was. But I found myself being antisocial because I was too over organizing. Oh, it's okay. I mean, like, yeah, I feel like just have life in blocks, right? You can be like, you can have your antisocial block, and then you split your antisocial block into like work time. So in the morning you do deep work, and then you check emails, and then that's all, like, you're all doing your own thing, you're in your own like zone, right? And then when you you can go out and be social after work, and then you just be like, okay, cool, when I'm social, I am not going to check my work emails, or I'm not going to do anything like that. I found that helps for me. So like, I always, every day I try to get a little bit of social in. I think that's important, and not actually think about work. Because I feel like it messes with your mind. If you work, like, if you don't see people for a while, it does something to your head. It really like you can get away with it maybe for a week max, but if you don't talk to anyone, or you don't do social things with people, it really like you want to willpower through it. But I always found if I willpower through it, it just always affects my productivity. Meaning I was too focused on doing daily chores every day the same way. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad thing. I mean, I think it's better than the alternative, not doing your daily chores and then just having a mess all around you. I think it's just, you gotta, find a balance. Find a balance, I reckon. Okay, so let's designate some time. Okay, so I think we can just power through this, right? This is an example of another deep, like in the morning, it's saying here, put your focus on deep work. Then midday, like, you can do collaboration with people, and afternoon and stuff like that. Admin tasks. So what this slide is essentially saying is, like, I propose that for me, like, most of my alertness, energy levels is kind of in the morning. So use that on the most important tasks. The most important task. Yeah, absolutely. Make sure to do socializing at the end of the day. Would count how many people. Yeah. So I make sure I do. Yeah, it's good. It's very important. Like, speak to people as well, because we're humans, right? We are meant to be social creatures. I absolutely think. Okay, cool. So this is a little table I came up with. It's not scientific at all. It's my personal table. Whoever is watching, right? Please come up with a table similar to this. So if I do, like, so say for example, in a 2-hour block of work, or it could be a 1-hour block, whatever. If I do 0 to 2 context switches, I believe, just from my personal experience, I lose 10% of my productivity. I do 3 to 5, 20 to 30, and blah, 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 and 10 plus, I think I lose like 60% of my productivity gains. So this is personal for me. This is what I think. I made this context switching tax table. So everyone in the comments, right? If you see this slide, if you context switch more than 10 times in 2 hours, give me a percentage in terms of productivity loss. In terms of productivity loss. So I'd love to hear everyone's percentages. What is your percentage here? Mine is like 60+% if you context switch more than 10 times in 2 hours. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay. You would make an awesome personal manager. The rich people. Man, that warms my heart. I really appreciate that comment. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Like, man, that made my day, and it's only 7:46 in the morning, so really appreciate it. So after 10 context switches, what is everyone's productivity level like? Let me know. Write some. I'm gonna give people 5 seconds again. I like this 5-second thing. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, man. Okay, I'm gonna have another sip of coffee. Just 1 second. That is good. I want a second coffee. Okay, cool. Let's go to the next slide. So I think I got the gist of the message, so I'm going to just sort of power through most of these anyway. But common context switches, we've gone through this before, checking email notifications, Slack messages, text messages, phone calls, social media, like, checking your messages on social media, like Facebook Messenger, quick questions from colleagues. Those are, you have to be firm. You got to be like, no, don't ask me questions. I am deep working now. Or just be like headphones in, whatever. Make yourself unwelcoming. And then you can do what you need to do. You can do what you need to do. I think I'm going to make a video about a little argument I got into with one of my managers one time. About how you should be helping people, right? You should be helping people, even though they sap your deep work. And I was on the side of, no, you should just wait until the hour is done. And I'm like, unless the company's burning on fire, then you can disturb someone. But they're never going to, the company's not going to be on fire. So you can wait an hour usually. Anyway, I'm actually going to make a professional YouTube video on that, I reckon. I think it's very important. So, I work for myself. I don't like my bosses at all. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get you. I get you. I understand. We're in the same boat. I get you. I totally get it. I get it. Yes, I get it. No, I really do get it. So, okay. So build Focus Fortress. I love it. Okay, so here I've listed off some tips you can use to engineer your environment for deep work. So here, some of my favorites. My phone is on silent or airplane mode, or I turn it off completely, and then I put it in my car, and then I lock the car door. So now I have to walk into the car and go get it, then turn it on, right? Just make it, it's like the resistance needs to be a lot, so you don't actually look at your phone. Okay, close your emails, set Slack to do not disturb, or just like exit the thing. Close unnecessary tabs, one IDE for one problem. So this is a coding channel, we talk about coding as well. And just have one thing going. So I have two screens. I have a screen here and a screen right there. It is very minimal. I don't have a lot of tabs open, to be honest. I just have the code editor, and then I just have sort of the AI ChatGPT for code or something like that right there. And then also I have a timer. That's it. Just a timer of how much like deep work I'm doing. That's it. Cool. I love jobs. It's gambling, but unfortunately I wasn't. Okay, yeah, I get it. Oh man. Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well. Okay. Maybe tell you what. Join the school community. Free there's a free version as well. And just send me a DM. We can absolutely discuss all this. I can sort of help you rejig your mindset a little bit as well. And I guess if you are interested in any of the technical stuff or things like that, I can absolutely help you with that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know. I do. I appreciate it. Okay, anyway, let us go. Okay, so batching methods. Okay, respond to throughout the day. So okay, this is a very cool technique. You do your deep work and you set aside time to focus on that. Then what you can do after that is set times for when you need to check your social media. So say I'm going to check my social media at 10 a.m. or 1 p.m., but only check it during those predefined times. I think that is a very, very useful trick, right? So you schedule in your scrolling time, right? Because so you have an alarm and something like that, because what happens is if you scroll for a while, it turns like 5 minutes of scrolling usually turns into like an hour. So if you're aware that you're scrolling, you can sort of like, okay, I'm only going to be scrolling, checking emails, checking notifications for like 15 minutes. And then I just cut it. There. Okay, cool. Says hello there. How you doing? Okay, so single tasking benefits. Okay, so mental clarity, deeper solutions, high quality. Yep. So I think that the biggest thing is just you get clear on what you're doing, right? You just get clear on what you're doing if you're doing one single thing. Because for me, I get overwhelmed if I have many things to do and then I try to do them all at once. I get stressed out and then I feel like I need to switch between things to get many things done. But it's always better if you just focus on the one thing and just go streamline it. You just streamline it and do the one thing. So mental clarity if you're just single tasking. And yeah. So that is something. Okay, flow state. I love this. So how to get into a flow state? Cool. How many coffee breaks do you have at a? You just I don't know. Just have a lunch and you can have a few coffee breaks. But okay, so peak productivity is equal to a flow state, as it says in the slides. Clear goals. Immediate feedback, no interruptions, and challenging but achievable to achieve a flow state. So when you're deep working, you need to get into a flow state and then it'll be like God tier deep work. And to do that, write down what you're going to achieve by the end of the deep work session. Immediate feedback is good. Sometimes you can't exactly achieve it. So with coding, you always get immediate feedback. It compiles or doesn't compile. But you can have feedback from the previous deep work section and go off that. And no interruptions. I've been rambling on about that for quite a while. And challenging, but achievable. It needs to be just enough. So, excuse me. So if it's too challenging, you'll just be like, no, I can't do this. But remember, you should reframe it. Jujutsu that thing. I can't do this yet. But it needs to be achievable. So, you feel good. You get that dopamine. You be like, oh, yes, I can absolutely achieve it. And the context switches. No context switches because that kills the flow. Okay, now let's move on. Exercise. Count how many times you context switch. So just on a piece of paper, just count. Just take notes on your notes app. How many times you context switch. That's it. And then write down what triggered it. Was it necessary? Was it a necessary context switch? More than likely, no. It's just going to be like, no, it was not necessary. And then how long does it take you to refocus? So guys, take a screenshot of that exercise. Take a picture, whatever you need to do. Save it. And then do that exercise. Okay. Cool. Okay, I think we've gone through that. The anchor. I love these anchors. Protect your focus like your code base. Protect your focus like it's your code base. So us coders, we love to protect our code. We always like security and stuff about our code. So I'm just going to say, yeah, protect your focus like you protect your code base. So do that. What is a contact switch? A contact switch? I'm not sure, but a context switch. When we switch between like things, you switch between tasks. That is a context switch. Okay. Okay. Design your day. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it. Yeah, leave it there. I think that's communicate boundaries. Okay. Yes. So if you're working with colleagues, make sure you communicate. Hey, I'm deep working. Cost benefit analysis. I'm going to skip all this. Practical tips. Yep. Just make sure you have a routine. Remember, your brain is single-threaded. Can only do one thing at a time. Okay. So here's a quote. Okay. People think focus means saying yes to things you've got to focus on. But that's not what it means at all. It means saying no to the 100 other good ideas. So true. So there's lots of shiny objects around, and you have to make sure you're not always going for the shiny object. So you need to say no. And you need to be like focused, and get whatever you need to get done. Okay, cool. I think we're coming to the end. So yep. Just write down like what context switches you do in the previous exercise, and final thoughts. 2 hours of focused work, 8 hours of interrupted work. Protect your focus like you protect your productivity. So that is a greater than symbol. So what this is saying, I think this is a very important thing. This is very important. 2 hours of focused work is way better than 8 hours of interrupted work. Yeah, I'll just say that again. 2 hours of focused work is way better than 8 hours of interrupted work. Give me a thumbs up or like or something if you completely agree with that. I would like myself. I completely agree with that. Okay. Okay, cool. So that is the end. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give so I hope you got a little bit from this presentation on context switching, deep work focus, and all that. I am going to switch over to the Coder Trader community. So this is it. This is the Coder Trader community right here, and it's free to join. What I do, I have a mindset course. This is going to be part of the mindset course, right? I have a few other things as well. So I have a boot camp, become a coding expert with AI kind of course, a few Python courses and stuff like that. And I'm going to be releasing more content later as well. Can't leave for ages and I wanna. Okay, I love it. Thank you. Thanks so much. So, and then this is the mindset course. I'm gonna put it's deep. Like these are all sections, and then they all contain mental frameworks and stuff like that. If you see on the slides right there. So that is like, that's my baby. I mean trying to educate people, tell people like, you gotta like fix the mind. You gotta fix the mind, and then it'll unlock a huge world of coding abilities and technical abilities and stuff like that. Because no one talks about it, and I really feel like it's super important to talk about this kind of thing. So if you really like this presentation about context switching and deep work and focus and things like that, and you really resonate with it, I really encourage you to join the Skool community, and you'll get a bunch of stuff like this. And hopefully we can help you, get you to where you need to go. Yes, so I actually do have a website. I'm gonna so it's the Skool community here. I will put it in the chat. I'll put it in the chat. So I'll just put that there. There you go. It's Skool. It's the Skool community, and the community is called Coder-Trader. It's all in links in bio, all that. So go to if you're on TikTok, go to my link. If you're on YouTube, go to my bio, whatever, like link in bio, all that good stuff. So it is there. You can find it. So that is that. And you know what? Actually, it's because you've been such great. What I'm gonna do is for people, right, who are on the call at the moment. If you give a comment, right? So for example, Aussie Chick 888, right? You've commented. If you join the Skool community, I am more than happy to open up the mindset course for you for free. Usually it's $97 a month, but because you've been such an awesome fan and contributing to the chat and being active and stuff like that. So for anyone who comments on the stream before I end it, and you join the Skool community, right? Send me a DM and I will give you the whole course for free. But I am gonna end it soon. I do need to do stuff this morning. So any final questions from anyone? About the presentation? Let me know. So otherwise that'll be context switching. Okay, cool. So it looks like there are no questions. So I think I'm gonna, I think that's it. We've been chatting for 33 minutes, almost 34 minutes. I'm gonna end it here. So I really appreciate everyone's, everyone's participation. It was a good presentation, I think. And yeah, I may come back here online later in the afternoon, and in the next, what's the next one? Well, but I will try to Google your website. Yeah. Okay, so the wins list, that is the next one. We're going to be chatting about the winning list in the next one. Okay, so I'm going to prep the slides for the winning list. but I can't join the link. Oh, why not? That's interesting. So, okay, let's debug it. Let's debug it real quick. So here, CoderTrader. Maybe I'll just send you settings. I can send you like an invite here. Okay, try that. Give that a go. Give that a go. Give that a go. Try that. Try that one. Try that one. So just copy paste that one. Let me know if you have any trouble. If you have any trouble with that. Otherwise. Go back to the dashboard. Oh, CoderTrader. Weird. Oh, so let me just take that off screen over here. Okay. Any final questions from anyone? Just while I'm on the stream. On the stream. Anyone? Anyone at all? Okay, cool. I think I'm going to... Yes, I will. Refresh. Okay, cool. I think, yeah, so no questions. What I will do is I will end the stream. How'd you go, OzChick888? Did you manage to check it out? Was it all good on your end? I will have to go soon-ish. Okay, cool. I think I will end it there. I'll end it there. Okay, everyone. I hope you have a lovely day. Let me go to OBS and end the stream.